obviously the sand's in like uncomfortable places, so we're like
wow. Our butt crack.
Like, we feel it everywhere. You want to have an incredible dating life? We wanted to have an incredible dating life, and oftentimes we don't know how to have an incredible dating life.
So today we are extracting 3 transferable principles from our best date ever, and it's gonna be awesome, so join us.
Jake and I woke up one morning at a good friend's of ours house. We decided to stay overnight. So I wake up in a really comfortable bed in my own room. And of course, since Jake is the dude, he slept on the couch. And honestly, was that bad?
In the dog kettle.
So that morning, I go downstairs and I look for him and I find him on the porch in a rocking chair, all dramatic, with his coffee in hand, and he's making a video for his friend in Ohio, because that's where you're from.
Yes.
So we sat down, we chatted, and we decided that we wanted to go to. For those of you that don't know what Encinitas is, it is a cute beach town, and our favorite band, Switchfoot, actually was born and raised there, so we were all driving up all excited. So we get there, we park, we find a cute boba shop, which is my favorite thing in the whole world.
It really is.
And we grip that boba and we start walking through the neighborhoods.
You say we grip that boba?
No, we got that boba.
We grip that boba and we just go.
Yeah, I'm like, you better not take it from me. So we get the boba and we walk through neighborhoods and we make our way down to the beach. We take a cute selfie, all cute dating, and then we make rock sculptures, all weird. And we finally get to the point where I look at him, I have a crazy look in my eye, and I was like,
crazy.
We should jump in the ocean. And he's like, heck yeah, he's always down for that stuff. So we literally run into the ocean with our clothes on. With our clothes on.
This brings us to our first point
Number
that I
one.
learned is this, that I need some type of, or we need some type of irregularity in our dating life, some type of spontaneity. Ooh. Last night, we were talking about the movie that we watched the previous night, and Kaylia didn't have any idea what movie we watched, literally 24 hours before that.
I literally forgot.
For like hours, she actually
like 30 minutes.
And I realized she forgot that not because the movie was just so terrible, it was because we watched a lot of movies every single week. So if we don't do something memorable, oftentimes we will forget about it. If we went to the drive-in movie theater or if we went for a night hike, you best know she would have remembered those things. Yeah. But because it wasn't something that was off the beaten path of what I normally do, it was kind of like, oh yeah, I totally forgot. I have a really cool online mentor that always talks about how if you want to live a long life, have crazy new experiences on a regular basis. Cool. So for me, I've realized we need irregularity if we want to have memorable dates.
Jake and I got out of the water, salt everywhere, sand everywhere, and we realized that we had quite a long ways to walk to our car. So we're walking, and then obviously the sand's in like uncomfortable places, so we're like wow.
Our butt crack.
Like, we feel it everywhere.
As just cowboys have sand in their butt crack.
Oh my god, he has issues. So yeah, so we get to the street and people are looking at us all crazy. We're like, whatever, haters.
Exactly.
And we realize right by our car is a burrito shop, which is my second favorite thing in the world. Our favorite thing in the world. And right, babe?
Yeah.
And obviously we get the burrito because it's right there. We get it, get in the car, and we start driving home.
This has actually led me to my second thing that I discovered about the best dates ever, and that is adaptability.
Oh, adaptability.
So in my job, one of my duties is to teach other leaders how to have great conversations with the people that they lead. And I usually give them like a one-page PDF of questions for every time to train them on how to do it. I promise you, the worst leaders that I've ever had are the leaders who read word for word those questions, and they always go by the agenda. They prioritize the agenda over what's actually happening in the moment.
Okay.
For example, if you're talking about Black Lives Matter, for example, by the way, we actually had a great video, if you want to click on the link above about Black Lives Matter, and you're having a passionate conversation, right? It's the current times, you're all crazy passionate about it, but then on the sheet of paper, you have to talk about Disneyland next. So the first thing you do is, hey guys, let's talk about Disneyland. everyone's gonna hate you. Why? Because you went straight from the book, what the book says, the agenda, over what's happening in the moment. So for me, I just realized that we have to go where the momentum is leading over what my agenda is at the time. We try to have an outline for our date, but if it doesn't go exactly by the outline,
then you gotta let it be.
We have to be okay with it.
Yeah. Once we got home from driving from Encinitas, Jake and I took showers separately, and then we met in the living room to watch a movie. Once the movie was done, Jake wandered outside, all dramatically. It was dark, the stars were out, and it kind of just led to a vulnerable, emotional moment for us. He opened up about some really deep stuff in his life, and in response, I opened up about some deep stuff in my life, and it led to a really vulnerable moment, and we also like to call those moments, what, babe?
Glue moments. The third thing that I've realized in that specific date was we needed vulnerability. Like, vulnerability needs to be a part of every date. That's what I think, at least. Like, you could have the most amazing experience in the world, skydiving off of Mount Everest.
Whoa.
Making the next Great Wall of China. I don't even know what these are.
Jumping off a rock into an ocean.
The ocean,
Hawaii.
Pacific Ocean. That is the goal. But if you don't have moments in where you're actually talking, expressing your weaknesses, your fears, your insecurities, the scars of the past, and the other person does the same thing, you're not going to have the glue moments that is needed, I think, in every single date. There's actually a scientist that formulated 36 questions, and he said that after 36 questions, people were significantly more bonded together than they were before. And you can see this on YouTube, or you can look it up, and it actually works. Like, through these 36 questions, these glue moments, people were way more likely to either fall in love or to have a great moment together. So what we've done literally in the past is to write down a couple of questions on our notes for our dates and wait, right? Be adaptable, wait for those moments for us and where we could have a glue moment. And usually those are honestly some of the best moments of the date, no matter what crazy thing we're doing at the time.
Don't feel ashamed if you're like, or weirded out, like, I want to write this down and then share with them later. It's all fake, not authentic. No, it is. It's just intentional. And honestly, for me, I take some time to process things. So it was really helpful for me, like when I'm just living my life, I would love to ask Jake this, and because I didn't think about it when we were together. So I wrote it down, and you would sometimes too. I actually got that idea from you, and it was so helpful. We realized we needed these 3 fundamental things for our dating life to be incredible: irregularity, adaptability, and vulnerability.
Hey, she got it.
Passed the test.
If you like this video, we mentioned previously about us discussing Black Lives Matter and Floyd. If you want to see that video, it's going to be right here. And then right here is going to be a video that YouTube is just going to suggest to you. That would be nice for you to watch.
Yeah. See ya. Just lay down.